wow, not only did we do high elves, of course they were brilliant, now we're going to do dark elves, you know, the sort of evil, hatred, bile infused, live forever, wear dark armour, think that they're immortal, you know, the sort of people, goths basically, you know, super sexy goths who can kill you, irritatingly. So, we're going to tell you about dark elves. No, we really, really are. James, Connecticut's going to help me again. James, I need the dark elf stuff. James, this is a t-shirt from Grizzly Bears.
I sound like bears.
The dark elf stuff. Ha ha! The dark elf stuff. We're going to tell you about the Black Guard. The Black Guard. CJ will have done clever things up there. The Black Guard. So you take your dark elves, you realise that they're not very good at taking over the high elf land. In fact, they've been pretty poor at it for years and years and years. So they've got a plan. They said, what's the one thing we're not doing very well? I mean, we've got twiddliness, we've got magic, we've got stealth, we've got creeping up on people, we've got weapons of war. And they said, the one thing we haven't got is what those orcs have got, you know, brutish, sheer, bloody-minded violence. So they decided to get one. So what they did is they got a lot of dark elves together and they fed them porridge and then raw meat until they started going, oh, kill, 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 in a sort of dark elf, clever, cool, sexy way. And then they encased them in phenomenal amounts of armour, and then they gave them the biggest, evilest, badass weapons they could find. And then they got them and they trained them and told them over and over again, your job is to find the enemy and kill him. And then they explained what that meant. When the thing you're fighting is in 3 pieces on the floor, it is dead. Until it is in 3 pieces, it is probably still alive. And thus, when they go out to combat, they take their big weapons and they go, chop, 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 kill, 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 jump, jump, mash, mash, destroy, 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 chop, 3 pieces, move on. They're basically very, very dangerous. Really hard to kill, and when they get close to you, deal out tons of damage. And how do they do it? Tell me the mechanics, baby. I've told you about calling me baby. They do it using hatred. The more they hate you, the more damage and misery they will pile upon you. And you know what? They hate everybody. All the time. Forever! Blackguard. That's quite cool.